Have you ever wondered how our societies have evolved from the ancient times to the present? Picture the dawn of civilization, a time when the first societies began to take shape. Our journey begins in the fertile crescent of Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians created the first written language, cuneiform. This was a revolutionary step, giving birth to recorded history and allowing societies to communicate, govern, and trade with a sophistication previously unimagined. Meanwhile, along the Nile River, the ancient Egyptians were constructing monumental pyramids, not just as tombs for their pharaohs, but as a testament to their ingenuity and collective effort. Their hieroglyphics, a complex system of pictorial writing, spoke of a society deeply rooted in religion and the afterlife. Our voyage takes us next to the Indus Valley, where the people of ancient India were laying the foundations of one of the world's oldest civilizations. Here, meticulously planned cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were a testament to their advanced urban planning and architectural prowess. Finally, we arrive in ancient China, where the Yellow River cradled a civilization that would span millennia. Here, the invention of paper and the development of a sophisticated system of government under the Zhou dynasty laid the groundwork for a society that would influence the world for centuries to come. But these societies were not merely about monumental achievements and technological advances. They had a profound respect and reverence for nature and animals. They understood their dependence on the natural world, from the rivers that watered their crops to the animals that provided them with food and companionship. They saw themselves as part of a larger ecosystem, not its masters. Yet they also sought to control their environment through the development of agriculture, changing the face of the earth forever. They domesticated animals, planted crops, and in doing so, laid the foundations for the societies we live in today. So we see our ancestors had a harmonious relationship with nature, but how did we progress from there? As we delve deeper into our journey through time, we'll uncover the evolving relationship between humanity and the world around it. Stay tuned as we journey from the dawn of civilization to the world we know today. As time moved forward, so did our societies, growing in complexity and ambition. The classical age, marked by the grandeur of Greece and Rome, was a testament to this evolution. These societies, as if touched by Midas himself, turned everything they embraced into milestones of human achievement. Let's start with Greece. It was the cradle of Western civilization, where philosophy found its footing. The minds of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, like sculptors, chiseled the course of thought and inquiry. They questioned, they pondered, they inspired. These philosophical foundations still echo in our halls of learning today. But the Greeks weren't just philosophers. Their political innovations, particularly the concept of democracy, set the stage for many modern governmental systems. The Pnyx in Athens, where citizens gathered to vote, was a testimony to people power. This tradition of collective decision-making is a legacy that we continue to uphold, even in the 21st century. Then, there was Rome. The Romans, with their architectural prowess, built structures that defied time. The Colosseum, the Pantheon, and the aqueducts, these marvels of engineering, stand even today, reminding us of Rome's once majestic presence. However, this age wasn't just about human progress. It was also a time when we began to exploit our natural environment on an unprecedented scale. Forests were felled to build cities, metals were mined to create weapons, and animals were hunted for sport and spectacle. The seeds of environmental degradation, sown during this time, have since grown into an ominous tree. The classical age was indeed a time of great advancement. Human minds soared, societies thrived, and our world was shaped in ways that still impact us today. But every coin has two sides. This era of growth and prosperity came at a significant cost to our environment. The question we must ask ourselves as we look back is, the classical age was a time of great advancement, but at what cost to our environment? Moving into the Middle Ages and Renaissance, we see the duality of progress and destruction. The Middle Ages and Renaissance were times of great discovery and innovation. As society evolved, so too did our understanding of the world. Art was flourishing, with the likes of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo creating masterpieces that would stand the test of time. Science was also making strides, with individuals such as Galileo Galilei challenging established views and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Yet, as we reached for the stars, we began to lose touch with the Earth. The exploration of new lands often came at a high cost to the natural world. Vast forests were felled to build ships, fortifications, and growing cities. This deforestation had a profound impact on the natural world, leading to the extinction of certain animal species and a significant disruption of ecosystems. This period also saw the rise of large-scale agriculture, which further contributed to habitat loss. The domestication of animals and the cultivation of crops led to a shift in the balance of nature. We began to shape the environment to our needs, often without considering the consequences for other species. The Middle Ages and Renaissance, therefore, were a time of both enlightenment and destruction. These centuries brought about incredible advancements in art, science, and exploration. Yet they also marked a growing disconnection from nature. We began to view the Earth as a resource to be exploited rather than a home to be shared with other species. This disconnection from nature would only grow with time. The advancements of this period laid the foundation for the Industrial Revolution, which would further disrupt the natural world. As we moved into the age of machines, we would continue to distance ourselves from the natural world, replacing forests with factories and meadows with metropolises. This period further distanced us from nature, but the Industrial Revolution was yet to come. The Industrial Revolution brought about unprecedented growth, but also unprecedented destruction. This era, spanning the late 18th to the early 20th centuries, witnessed a seismic shift in technology, manufacturing, and living standards that forever altered the course of human history. The steam engine, a symbol of this era, revolutionized transportation and industry. Railways crisscrossed continents, connecting cities and towns and bringing goods, ideas, and people closer than ever before. Factories powered by these engines mass-produced items that were once painstakingly crafted by hand. This led to a dramatic increase in productivity, wealth, and, for many, a rise in living standards. Yet there was a shadow side to this progress. The smoke and soot from factories, the roar and rumble of machines were stark reminders of the heavy toll of industrialization. The sky, once a clear blue canvas, was now often a murky gray. Rivers, once teeming with life, turned into toxic channels. The air, once fresh and invigorating, filled with the acrid scent of burning coal. Deforestation accelerated at an alarming rate as the demand for wood to fuel factories and build railroads soared. This not only stripped our planet of its green cloak, but also led to the displacement and extinction of numerous animal species. The Industrial Revolution, in its quest for progress, seemed to forget that it was part of a larger, interconnected web of life. The rapid urbanization that accompanied industrialization, while improving living conditions for many, also led to overcrowded cities, poor sanitation, and widespread disease. The divide between the haves and the have-nots widened as wealth became increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few. In essence, the Industrial Revolution was a double-edged sword. It brought about remarkable advancements, but also left deep scars on our planet and its inhabitants. As we marvel at the wonders of this era, we must also acknowledge and learn from its shortcomings. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in our relationship with nature. In our modern era, we are seeing the consequences of our actions and starting to make changes. Our world today is a complex tapestry of advancements and challenges. The engines of progress have brought us to an age of unprecedented connectivity and convenience, yet we find ourselves at the crossroads of a global crisis. The signs are clear. Our planet is warming, the air and water are laden with pollutants, and the once lush forests are being replaced by concrete jungles. The Earth's lungs are gasping for breath as deforestation continues at a relentless pace. Yet amid this grim reality, there is a glimmer of hope. As we grapple with the impact of climate change, societies worldwide are starting to recognize the urgent need for action. Renewable energy is no longer a distant dream, but a rapidly growing reality. Wind turbines, solar panels, and hydroelectric dams are becoming common sights as we harness the power of the elements to light up our homes and cities. Initiatives to combat deforestation are gaining momentum as well. The green warriors of today are not just planting trees, but are creating entire forests. The art of Miyawaki, a Japanese technique of growing dense mini forests, is being adopted worldwide, bringing back the lost green cover at a remarkable pace. Wildlife conservation is another area where concerted efforts are being made. From protecting the majestic tigers in the forests of India to the giant pandas in China, from the gorillas in the African jungles to the polar bears in the Arctic, efforts are underway to ensure these magnificent creatures continue to grace our planet. Our journey has seen us move from the open skies and dense forests of our ancestors to the artificial comfort of air-conditioned rooms. Yet, as we look towards the future, we realize that our survival is intricately linked with the health of our planet. We've come a long way from our ancient roots, but perhaps it's time to remember the lessons they taught us about living in harmony with nature. From the dawn of civilization to the present day, our journey has been marked by progress and destruction. We've risen from humble beginnings through the classical age, the Middle Ages, the Renaissance, and the Industrial Revolution to the modern era. Yet in our quest for progress, we've often neglected the delicate balance with nature. Destruction of wildlife, deforestation, and a growing disconnection from nature serve as stark reminders. As we look to the future, we must remember our past and strive to create a world that values both progress and nature equally.